Ladies, we are so funny. We're like, it's not hard to date us. I just need you to be obsessed with me, but you, not like too obsessed with me. You definitely need to call and text me every day, but you're one text away from being a literal stalker. I need you to make plans to hang out with me, but not too many plans. Like, do you have a life of your own? Ew. I need you to be financially independent and know how to make money, but not like too obsessed with money. You know what I mean? I want you to have such a good relationship with your mom, but like, definitely why you on the phone with her so much? It's a red flag if you talk shit about your ex-girlfriend, but like don't talk about her too much. Like, are you obsessed with her? I definitely want cute gifts every now and then, but you can't buy my love. Like, come on. I need you to be like a raging feminist, but also like super manly and masculine at the same point in time. Like hang my TV up on the wall, but also know that I can do it myself, you know? I need you to make me laugh and not take life too seriously, but you also take life seriously. You know what I mean? I just like don't get why I'm single.
What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Rome back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. So today we are going to be discussing how foreign women and men are understanding why men are leaving to seek wives in other countries. Now, I came across a couple of these clips and it's funny because I remember I think I just did a video similar to this not too long ago. Well, not necessarily, but I asked a question of women: Do you think men? Do you think men need game in order to get or attract women? And to no surprise, the American women, most of the American women on there, pretty much said yes. As for the couple of foreign women that responded, said no. One of them even said a hard no. It's somebody who I actually know personally. Shout out to Flory if you're watching this. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the next clip.
I'm a sex worker. My name is Lilith, and it is important that you hear my story. When I got into sex work, it was because most of the same reasons that other women get into sex work, because I was a broken-hearted man hater. But little did I know that this job was going to change my perception on men altogether for the positive. I didn't want to know my clients at first. The less I knew about them, the better for me. But it happened. I started seeing repeat clients, and I started to get to know these men. And then I realized the challenges and the struggles and the mental issues that men face every day that us women really don't. I went from a man-hating feminist to team man. I thought these men were just disgusting pigs, and I was going to take their money. And then I realized what I was. I was a healer. If a woman needs affection, she can literally go to any bar, sit there by herself, play on her phone. Somebody's going to come up to her, somebody's going to offer her attention, somebody's going to buy her a drink, something like that. A man does not have these luxuries. Every human being needs intimacy. I didn't want to know if these men that I was seeing were married. I didn't want to know about it. But then they started opening up to me, and many of them were. And originally I would have thought, oh, total pig scum. But then I started to understand. There are so many men in unhappy, loveless marriages, but they can't leave because they have kids. And if they leave, then they lose the children, and they get screwed in child support. So they stay because they are in fear of what will happen to their lives and if they will ever get to see their children again. When it comes to custody and child support, men get completely screwed. And not everybody is married that I see. There are some people that are just very lonely, that try dating sites, and all they are is a paycheck. Men in this generation that are still our alpha males are stuck in a cycle of being used for their money or what they are physically capable of doing for someone else. 75% of are from men. Our nation has been attacked and is being destroyed because it has gone after the alpha male. The divine masculine's role is to protect the divine feminine. Our culture today has taken and stripped that away from men. Men's mental health is completely looked over. The masculine men are the backbone to our society across the world. And yes, masculine men are alpha men, and alpha men is not a bad or derogatory term. We have stripped men away from their purpose. We have taken purpose away from the masculine man. And I have found so much joy in finding my purpose as a feminine priestess to help these masculine men work through the mental damages that this society has put on men. Women, yes, we are strong, we are feminine, we are healers, we are nurturers, and we are needed. But men are needed too, and they are being looked over, and this is by design. Despite what the media is telling us June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Not just Juneteenth, not just Pride Month. It was their month first. Men, I see you, I hear you. I have a young adult son, and I see it firsthand. And I'm going to have your back, and I'm going to stand up for myself and my profession. I am not a criminal, I am a therapist, and I am a healer. I am Lilith, and there are still priestesses that walk the earth today, and men, stand in your power. We need you. It's time. It's time to fight.
Okay, she was speaking facts, but I got some questions. Because I'm pretty sure y'all are thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Okay, so if you were sleeping with men for a living, how are you now a therapist? And at the beginning of the clip, you said that's what you do for a living, but then at the end of the clip, you said you're a therapist. So my question is, are you doing both at the same time? Because that's kind of weird. Yeah, I would need some clarification on that. However, not to mention that she has an adult son, so that's a whole nother story. But I can't disagree with anything that she said, but as far as her profession and everything goes, ugh. However, again, I agree with everything she said because there are typically most men that do get involved with that are, especially if they're like a regular, those usually are more often than not, those are married men that are typically in sexless marriages, or they're in a marriage where the wife is pretty much treating him like a wallet and he's not getting any kind of affection from his wife. And typically, because like I've heard of guys that are married, they don't even go to these women to have sex with them. It's usually they just want the attention, which I find a little bit crazy because I'm not gonna spend that kind of money just to have a woman's attention. But when you consider that what the alternative is, potentially getting half of your stuff taken and rarely seeing your kids, to some degree I can understand why they would go this route. So she's 100% right, man. I do think it is by design. And this is one of the reasons why other foreign countries are laughing at the United States and all these in the Western world. And when you see other Western men and women having these conversations about what's going on in our country, this is why I get so upset when I see American women over here talking down about them, and why they talking down on passport bros. Because you see these other countries, they don't have these dating issues that we're having. And part of the reason why is because of this toxicity that we have called modern dating in the United States. All right. Now, if y'all want to go ahead and I already know y'all probably going to roast her in the comments. I get it because that was the big confusing myself. But as far as what she discovered and what made her change her mindset about things, I can't really disagree with that. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the next clip.
Like back in the day, my grandma used to receive roses off of nothing. Now I have to ask for them shits. I'm not.
That's not funny.
I'm not
So you're
laying
saying
down.
chivalry is
No. Yes, I'm
Okay.
not doing that.
Who killed chivalry?
Who killed it?
Who killed it?
Yeah.
Who killed it?
Y'all.
No, women.
I don't.
Women kill chivalry
How?
because women
Wait, I saw a video like
punish
this.
nice guys.
Yep.
Women punish
Nice guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that they're not lying though? It is true. Like this day and age, like not all of us are like that, but there's a lot of women that
You
are
are,
like,
though.
men ain't shit. Men ain't shit.
Nigga.
You know, let's take their money. Let's do this. Let's do that. So a lot of
Period.
men just feel like. Do you reach for your purse on the first date?
Yes, always. To show my fake kindness.
Yes, of course. I do it. It's like a guilt thing. I always reach to like show them. Well, okay, the other day, I dug around in here. I felt my wallet and I just kept digging. And he was waiting for me to finish digging.
Stop the cap.
And then he finally just paid. But I wanted him to think I was nice.
Yes.
And then, of course, they pull it out and I say, oh, are you sure?
The "are you sure" is good.
If they don't pay for it on the first date, just the first date, I say no second date. I just think that's weird. Third date, we can start talking about that.
But so first of all, you expect them to pay on the first date, but then by the third date, you could talk about them not paying. So you want them to be less invested as time goes on. Shouldn't it be the other way around, if anything, that on the first date when they don't even know you, like they're not going to pay, but then as you start to have a relationship, now they are paying. Wouldn't you expect that to be the way that evolves?
Especially in a society when modern women are saying that men aren't traditional anymore, but the moment when it comes to dating, all of a sudden those women want to pull those traditional roles out their asshole. Funny how that works, right? Yeah, okay. On to the next clip.
Any female out there, stop with the feminist crap. Your ideology is bullshit, and not just to mention your philosophy makes no sense. You talk about equality, yet where is the equality when you clearly have all the rights that you want? What rights is you don't have? And you keep shouting about a pay gap that is not there. If you want the same as a man, work as hard as a man. But then don't complain that you don't have kids or you're not getting married and you're not having the standard traditional things that you guys are against anyway. You are all contradicting yourselves on a daily basis, and whilst you're doing that, you're ruining really good men out there, and you don't even care. Don't come here and preach equality when there is none, and there's none to be seen in anything that you guys are preaching.
One thing about America that you just do not like compared to India.
Cultures things.
Yeah.
Like family culture, the marriage, the relationship wise. In India, we love somebody, we try to live and marry one person for lifetime. But in US, they change women or man like a cloth. We want to sacrifice.
Yeah.
We need something, we want to sacrifice.
Yeah.
But in this country, they don't sacrifice.
What's one?
And let's be honest, you guys, the main reason why is because women are incentivized to not sacrifice while men are still expected to sacrifice. Let's keep it a buck. That's exactly what it is. And to the white woman that spoke before the Indian man, I don't know where she's from. I recall reacting to one of her clips a long time ago, and I can tell you this: she's definitely anti-feminism. Because I remember last time I reacted to her, it was something to some of a similar conversation, and she's 100% right. Because this is one of the things I find so crazy about feminism. It goes against everything men have done traditionally, yet women still expect men to do traditional things. That doesn't make any damn sense to me, man. And I'm sure the people watching, it doesn't make any damn sense to you. All right, so let me know what y'all thought about this, man. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the travel vlog channel, Unplugged Traveler. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments, as well as the merch line and the latest mixtape. So until the next video, y'all, deuces.